cruise down the quiet suburban street, the hum of my red sports car filling the air. The sun dips below the horizon, casting everything in a warm, golden glow. For a moment, it's peaceful, a fleeting moment. Then I see her, Emma. Her laughter floats over the wind, so light and carefree, but it feels like a punch to my gut. She leans into the car, Ryan's car. Ryan, the school hunk. Confident, charming. And now, his car. And Emma? Damn me. Emma is kissing him. Time seems to slow. My heart drops, a deep, cold void swallowing it whole. I freeze behind the wheel, my breath catching in my throat. The world blurs around me, a foggy haze that keeps me from thinking straight. Ryan's confident smile. Emma's expression, so tender, like she's lost in him. Betrayal. It cuts deeper than I ever thought possible. I slam my hand against the steering wheel, trying to drown out the wave of disbelief crashing over me. My breath comes in short bursts, uneven and ragged. The road tilts beneath me, or maybe it's just me. The weight of the moment drags me down. I pull over, my hands trembling against the wheel. How did it come to this? How could they do this to me? I thought we had something real. I thought I was enough. But now, here she is, in another man's arms, in his car, kissing him, and all I feel is this suffocating emptiness. The scene plays over and over in my mind. Every glance, every touch, every word they exchanged. My hands grip the steering wheel so tightly that my knuckles turn white. The truth feels unbearable, like something I can't escape. Was it all a lie? Every word of love, every promise, every moment we shared now feels like a twisted illusion. I replay her smile, his laughter, the way their hands moved together like they belonged. It's like a slow, agonizing dissection of my own heart. Drive home is silent. The weight of betrayal presses down on me with every mile. I glance at the empty streets, hoping someone might be there, anyone, but the world seems to have disappeared. My car feels cold, detached from everything I once held dear. Every turn of the wheel is heavier, the weight of everything unraveling with each second. My hands ache, but I can't stop, can't breathe. The betrayal presses against my chest, making it hard to see the road clearly. I just want to disappear into the darkness. As I pull into the driveway, the engine hum fades into silence. I sit there for a long time, the reality sinking in. Emma chose him, not me. That love we built, that trust, everything, shattered. The warmth she once brought feels like it's been ripped away, leaving me cold and empty. Her name haunts me. Her smile, her touch, it's all gone, fractured beyond repair. I clutch the steering wheel, the weight of her betrayal pressing down on me until it feels unbearable. This is what loss feels like? This. A hollow shell where once there was a life filled with her. I sit alone in my room, the world outside moving as though it's on pause. The silence is deafening, broken only by the distant hum of cars and the occasional distant laugh. I stare at the empty space in front of me, my mind racing through memories. Moments that once felt warm and real, now distant and surreal. I close my eyes and see her. Emma, smiling at me, her eyes sparkling in the moonlight. The nights we spent together, the way she fit perfectly into my arms. It's all a blur now, but it once meant everything. The way we laughed until our sides hurt, whispered secrets we'd never tell anyone else. It was supposed to be us. Forever. Or so I thought. But then, there's a flash. Ryan's face, the way his hand touched her shoulder, possessive and confident. A cruel juxtaposition to the warmth I thought we shared. The memories I cling to feel tainted now, stained by betrayal. Sam always knows the right thing to say, or at least he tries. Maybe it wasn't what you think, he says, leaning against the doorframe. His voice is calm, measured. He's my best friend, but sometimes his rationality feels distant. Unintentional, I scoff, shaking my head. How does that make it better? It's just complicated, Jake. People make mistakes. She's only human. But I can't bring myself to accept that, not when it feels like my world is unraveling. Rachel, on the other hand, is blunt. She's playing you, she says over coffee one afternoon, her voice cold and sharp. She doesn't regret anything. She just wants you to believe otherwise. Her words slice through me like a blade. Doubt settles in my chest, cold and suffocating. How do I know who's right? The message comes late at night. Emma. Her voice, soft and trembling over the phone. It was a mistake, she whispers, the sincerity palpable. Ryan didn't understand. It meant nothing. It meant nothing. But my anger flares, quickly followed by a deep ache of confusion. How can something so innocent feel so wrong? I replay her words in my head, but the more I hear her, the less convinced I become. How can I believe you? I finally ask, my voice steady yet shaking beneath the surface. You were in his car. His arms. How do I trust that again? I love you, Jake, she says. The weight of those words hits me like a blow. But I've heard them before. They feel empty now. Hollow and fragile. The whispers begin at school, muted conversations during lunch, furtive glances in the hallways. Some classmates look sympathetic, but many don't bother hiding their judgment. She's a liar, one says, loud enough for me to hear. She broke him. It's like walking through a minefield. Each step exposing more cracks in my heart. The walls of my world are closing in, and every judgment I hear only deepens the void. Now she responds to every fucking judgment. The walls of my world are closing in, and every judgment I hear only deepens the void. Rachel's words replay in my mind, sharp and unforgiving. They all talk. They all see. You're a joke to them. I feel isolated, adrift in a sea of faces, all of them holding the same questions about her, about us, about what we once had. And now it feels like a lie I can't escape. I stand at the edge of a decision, one that feels impossible. Forgiveness or closure? Can I trust her again? Can I open my heart and risk being shattered once more? The thought terrifies me, the fear of being vulnerable again, of handing over the pieces of my heart feels overwhelming. I thought I knew what love was, but now it seems foreign, fragile. The weight of my emotions is too much to carry. Yet, if I let her go, I lose everything we built. Everything we were. The room feels smaller, the air thicker. Each breath is a struggle as I navigate the ruins of what was once a love I believed in. The choice isn't clear, but one thing is certain, nothing will be the same again. The park feels like a battlefield, each blade of grass whispering secrets of the past. I sit on a weathered bench watching her approach. Emma. The sunlight filters through the trees, casting uneven shadows on her face. She looks different, vulnerable in a way I've never seen before. The air is thick with unspoken words. She stops a few feet away, her gaze fixed on the ground. I don't move. I can't. Her voice is soft, hesitant. Jake, I need to talk to you. But her words are stuck. They don't flow naturally, and for a moment I wonder if they ever will again. My fists clench at my sides, the pain too raw to ignore. Better. I didn't know what I was doing, she says quietly, her eyes searching mine. I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a mistake. Her words hang in the air, fragile and desperate. Her voice trembles with sincerity, and I want to believe her. I really do. But how can I when the image of her and Ryan is still burned into my mind? You were with him, Emma? I say, my voice a whisper, yet carrying the weight I can't hide. You were with him while we were supposed to be us. But I was confused, she admits, the tears pooling in her eyes. Confused about what I wanted, about who I wanted. Her gaze flickers to me, searching for an answer that I don't have. I feel it. the tightrope of hope and heartbreak. Before I can respond, a figure appears from the path behind her, Ryan. He walks with a cocky confidence, his smile unwavering. It's like he doesn't care, like this moment means nothing to him. My fists clench tighter as he steps into our space, casual and unapologetic. Emma's eyes flicker to him, lingering a moment too long. It's a spark, a flicker of something I refuse to name. "Hey," Ryan says, his voice smooth, taunting even. "Didn't know you'd be here, Emma." The air feels colder, the breeze carrying echoes of my anger. I swallow it down, pushing back the wave of fury threatening to consume me. Emma's gaze returns to me, but the damage is done. And in the gathered shadows, my voice is carried around the countryside, alone. The pieces fall into place. Her lingering looks, her silent moments. The truth is there, staring me in the face, and it's more than I can handle. My chest tightens, every breath a struggle. I fight to keep my composure, to hold back the storm brewing inside. "I thought you were mine," I whisper, the pain seeping through every word. "But you chose him." And he didn't even hesitate. She's silent again, unable to form words that could change anything. The silence is worse than any apology. It tells me everything I need to know. Anger bubbles up, and with it comes a flood of emotions I've been holding back. My voice rises as I lay bare the depths of my heart. "I gave you everything. My trust, my love, and you shattered it like it was nothing." I see her wince, tears falling freely now. Her shoulders shake, but she offers no defense, no comfort. It's the silence, the lack of explanation, that wounds me the most. "I thought we were different," I continue, my voice cracking. "But love doesn't mean anything if it can be so easily broken." The moment feels endless. My chest is tight, my thoughts spinning. The finality of it all sinks in. There is no going back from this. Emma and I, what we once had, is over. The emotional scars will remain, a constant reminder of what could have been. "I can't fix this, Emma," I say, my voice quieter now, but no less resolute. "Some things, no matter how much you want to, can't be undone." She reaches for me, a desperate gesture, but I step back. Her touch would burn too deeply, a brand that I don't want to carry. The breeze whispers through the trees again, a mournful sound that carries the weight of what once was. And all I can do is move forward, knowing that love, no matter how fierce, can be fragile, easily torn apart by doubt, misunderstanding, and the choices we make in moments of vulnerability. The path ahead is uncertain, but it's mine alone. The nights are long now. I spend them alone in my room, the only light coming from the soft glow of my desk lamp. The journals before me are filled with words I never thought I'd write. Questions, regrets, reflections. Each page is a testament to a journey I didn't want to take, but one I must. Solitude has become my sanctuary. Thoughts swirl endlessly in my mind. What went wrong, where I faltered, how I let someone else's actions define my worth. It's a harsh realization, one that feels like peeling back layers of my identity, revealing something raw and vulnerable. Did I love too much? Did I give too much? These are the questions that don't seem to have answers. Acceptance, I realize, is not about forgetting. It's about understanding that not all wounds heal completely. Some leave scars, and those scars are a part of who I am now. It doesn't mean I'm weaker. It means I've lived through something that altered me, and that's okay. Sam and Rachel sit with me during these moments, their presence grounding. They remind me of who I am, beyond the pain, beyond the betrayal. They offer stories of resilience, of growth, of reclaiming the self after heartbreak. "Jake," Sam says one evening, You're not alone in this. We've all been there, losing something we thought we couldn't live without. But time, it shifts things. You'll find yourself again. Rachel adds, "You're stronger than you believe. This isn't the end of your story. It's a chapter where you learn who you really are." Their words linger in my mind as I immerse myself in new hobbies: writing, painting, late night walks in the quiet streets. Work becomes a refuge, a distraction that anchors me to the present moment. I begin to see purpose beyond the broken pieces of what once was. Stupid. I think, stupid for me, man. Each step forward feels like reclaiming control. There's a new clarity, a renewed sense of self that wasn't there before. The relationship I lost has taught me more about myself than I ever expected. Forgiveness isn't easy. It's not about forgetting or excusing the pain. It's about releasing the bitterness that threatens to consume me. Through deep reflection, I realized that true justice lies in forgiving myself for my vulnerability, for letting someone in, for trusting too much. The emotional scars aren't just reminders of betrayal. They're part of a personal evolution. I've learned that growth often stems from the darkest moments, and it's through these experiences that we find our true strength. Self-acceptance, not revenge or bitterness, becomes my compass. I understand that redemption isn't about reclaiming the past, but about embracing the person I've become. The betrayal is no longer a defining moment. It's a chapter that led to my self-discovery. Symbolism finds its way into my life. A new car, a sleek silver one, different from the old, a fresh start. It's more than just a vehicle. It's a manifestation of my rebirth, a reminder that I've shed the old layers and embraced a future filled with possibilities. Driving down the open road, I feel lighter. The weight of betrayal has lifted, though not forgotten. It's part of my journey, but it no longer dictates my direction. The journey has led me here, a place where I can smile at the future, knowing that poetic justice isn't about others' downfall, but about my own growth. I've reclaimed my sense of self, not through vengeance, but through understanding, acceptance, and resilience. This resolution leaves me with a profound sense of emotional fulfillment, a testament to the power of personal transformation.